Welcome, my lovely dears, to another fantabulous session of Porks in the North. When last we left off, you killed God.
Why do you have to keep reminding us?
Because
Because we
it's pretty
killed
epic.
God. It's a bit important.
It is also very epic.
Yeah, I mean, Nietzsche's proud of us.
Ah,
We are going to be the stuff of ballads of legend about this horrible time.
Yeah, legends.
it's fine. It's obviously fine.
No one must know.
Ceridwen Jr., the setting sun. Paladin of Hagen, you have no paladin powers anymore. And have become a hexlock. As a result. A hecklock, sorry. You returned whole and hearty from, well, another dimension, the elf dimension, Slutholm. Well, Elysia, but we all know it as Slutholm because it's full of just elves.
It's the elf dimension.
Just send a shot there.
Yes, do it, please.
Just send it to the elf dimension.
Truly, that is the bridge between Iona and Ceres. Is just you have to go through the elf lands first.
You have to go through Elysia.
Then we never saw a shot again.
You would not want
That's
to
she officially good ended. She just goes through the portal, and we have to just assume it was a good end. Nothing could ever prove otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
But more importantly, you returned after stealing a gargoyle. She'll have to be banished come morning back to Elysia. Because she missed her reunion with the one who crafted her because you took her away.
Whoopsie woo.
She's like, oh, the big tear-filled. I'm missing it. Oh.
You monster. You killed God and you prevented a statue from meeting her mother again.
It's fine. She can go back at least.
And just mark my alignment down to lawful evil here, because clearly that's where we're going with this. Womp womp.
Yeah. So, swoosh you on over to the world map.
lawful evil become a conqueror paladin of the war god. Do it.
Shit, should we actually change our alignments a little bit because we did help kill God?
Look, he said it was okay. I don't.
Assisted suicide is still suicide, saving
It
Master
is.
King to
It
remind me.
is.
Hmm.
And then again, it depends on whose laws you uphold, right? Like, Ceridwen is lawful because she follows Hagen.
Yeah, let's see here. Let's have a quick browse through. So, the Hexlock Ceridwen Jr. is lawful neutral, apparently. Do you believe that still rings true?
Yeah. I think she is dedicated to upholding her oaths and responsibilities more than anything else still.
Okay. Maddie is chaotic neutral. I agree with that. Athia, true neutral. Do you believe that still holds up?
I think it still does.
Answer the whispers of chaos.
I mean, I did kind of sign up with the Chaos God.
You literally are now powered by the god of chaos, yes.
That is true. No, it's up to you. If it changes, it changes.
Let's stick with it for now.
Madilyn, chaotic neutral. Do you believe that still holds true?
I don't see why it would change.
Okay. Elloe, chaotic good. Do you still agree with that?
Stray.
She can't hear dictionaries again.
And this is the session she's most excited about, too.
Can I change my line?
What
Yeah,
do?
what do?
Lawful neutral.
Yeah, it makes
Yes,
sense.
join me in best alignment.
Madilyn does stick to her generally stick to her principles of don't of nature, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
people die as part of nature, and is fine with not using her magic to heal people outside of dire conflict.
People
Mhm.
die when they are killed.
Yeah,
There's Stray.
the cold north is a harsh mistress, and people die in it.
Sure has asked, we're going through everyone's alignments after all of this, and it's been a while. Do you believe that Elloe is still chaotic good?
I don't know. I don't. She does whatever she wants. I barely have. I barely have time to keep up.
That sounds chaotic evil
Sounds
to me.
like
No, that
sounds
could be
like chaotic
chaotic
neutral to
neutral.
me.
Okay.
Kellin, true neutral. Do you believe that this has changed?
I really don't think so.
Cool.
There is nobody good in this party now. Jeez.
No.
Hey, at least we're not evil.
People.
Hey,
Hey, Hedrah, we're going over alignments. Has anything changed?
I think that yours is still probably chaotic neutral. Or have you become true neutral or lawful neutral? Or chaotic good
She
even?
sure doesn't really seem chaotic to me.
Have you turned into chaotic evil, though?
I don't think evil, no.
No.
Okay, she doesn't seem chaotic. Tries to keep her gold. Stashes her gold.
That's
not-
neutral.
Then tricks.
Yeah, it's neutral.
Secondly, keeps the gold that was put in her bag and just gives back her.
I mean, again, you have yourself down as chaotic neutral. It's the chaotic element. Do you believe that that has changed in any way? Like, you're trying to bring up a civilization, for one thing, and like actually rebuild a town. Doesn't seem especially chaotic, but at the same time, if you yourself are at a disconnect from that situation, and you still believe that you are entirely impulse driven, then chaotic still applies.
She has not changed from the way she was.
Okay.
She's always been driven towards making stuff,
Fair
inventing
enough.
stuff, helping people, and all of that in her own little weird fucking ways.
Okay. All right then. In which case, we open on a bright and sunny morning. Ceridwen, you've been holding your arms up now so long, praising the sun that they've begun to grow tired.
It's too late. The tears are just streaming down. Eh.
You're too tall, otherwise I would give you head pads.
I don't deserve them.
You did the best that you could.
The sun still feels so empty.
Then we have to
But
find
you've not been
ourselves
into the sun. How do you know it's empty?
I can feel it in my heart.
Think of this, Ceridwen, as a trial that you must overcome. Endure this emptiness, but keep the memory of Hagen close to your, and upon his return, it will feel that much grander to feel his warmth upon your soul again.
I prefer to think of it as a test for you to fill the void of Hagen himself for now. And when he comes back, the very brightness that you have held and made even bigger will be added to his own.
That's literally what I just said.
It's not,
I
though.
th- It's not, though.
More, it's almost the same thing.
Could you both roll persuade checks for me?
Absolutely.
I want to see which of you touches Carrie's heart more. Oh, fuck.
Oh shit.
That's unexpected.
Yeah, Madeline's completely right. She's got it exactly right.
Into the trial.
There's a trial. Well, I suppose that Paladin's duty is to be the arm of the gods in this world, and if this is Hagen's will, I must but endure.
Still, that's not an easy truth to come to, as you've praised the sun divine warmth does not fill you like it should do, and in probably a moment of sickening realization, probably hasn't filled any clerics or paladins of Hagen this morning.
No.
Things might be very confusing for a while for a lot of people.
This will
Yeah.
be difficult, but it is not something that cannot be overcome.
It's gonna be a very rough time.
Just think of how happy Hagen will be when when he wakes up and finds that you have shepherded his followers in his memory to keep him alive. And when he wakes up, he'll feel all of your beliefs, that your faith has not wavered.
You're right. I will be only but the stronger for... Yeah, Maddie, please. It's not the time.
You haven't eaten.
It's true. You do realize that you have not eaten in like nearly a whole day.
It's still not really the time when trying to have a crisis of faith here.
It's fine.
Give me a wisdom save. I want to see if your stomach crumbles.
I feel like that's a constitution save.
No, but you'd pass that. I don't want you to win.
Oh,
No.
I had a much bigger number than...
No +5 for you anymore.
It's true. No, all of my
God,
saving
that's
throws are
alright.
way lower now.
Oh no, that Paladin aura protection.
No, it's all gone. Nobody gets
it was-
+5 to all their saving throws now.
Shit, that was so strong.
It was. Turns out that having shit tons of charisma and strength is really good for you. As a paladin.
Really?
Yeah,
Never would have guessed.
amazing.
Maybe I should retrain as Paladin.
I mean, you totally should, but you'd be a paladin of that gross Python dude now. Yeah.
Yeah, it would be.
That would be
Please,
Paladin.
paladins are the best.
Why do I have a +2 to all my saves? I should only have a +1.
Dude, never look up chaotic neutral. Oh yeah, there is. I suppose there is the hedonist,
Well,
but there's also like the
TV
psychopath
tropes.
and all those
Yeah,
other ones.
no. TV tropes is generally, they do have the nutter, which they go into explanation of chaotic neutral turning into chaotic stupid.
Yep, sounds about right.
But I like that the first fucking example is the hedonist.
Right then. Not that I don't enjoy the view of it mountaintop, but it's significantly colder up here. We
Let's
should probably
go to-
start getting down.
Let's go to the Pixie Village.
I would like to try and get a few of them to plow some fields in Windhoek if we can stop there for a little bit of time.
I wonder if they
Sure.
like blueberry syrup. Of course they do. They're pixies.
Yeah. Alright, just a warning. Although you have arrived at sunrise, like, none of you have rested. None of you have taken a long rest. Like, none of you have any resources back. If you actually do start trying to scale this mountain down, you're going to be exhausted.
I would like to point out that I just rewatched the end of the last episode, and you said at the very end, you said you guys have time to take a long rest, and then when the morning comes, yeah. So we have. That's why.
You
That's
have
why I
actually
refilled.
taken a long rest. Alright then. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
You should probably at least eat them before going down the mountain, but whatever.
Let's have a
Um,
little bit of breakfast and then head down.
before you head down, let's see here. Madilyn,
Yes.
tap, tap, tap on your shoulder.
Look around. I'll look behind myself.
There is a massive gargoyle staring at you.
Yes.
Can I go home, please?
One last loose end. Yes. Just hold still, empty your mind, and don't fight.
Okay. If you destroy me, I'm haunting the shit out of you.
Why would I do that?
I don't know. Why would you abduct someone?
Well,
It was an accident.
She pauses and glares at the bear. The bear only did it because you want it.
Hrothgar, before she goes, say you're sorry.
Like, the bear... I mean, yeah, I wanted you, but that not... I didn't... Sorry.
She will squint. Make me a persuade test.
Okay. Luckily, I'm still extremely good at that.
And also
Boop.
still covered in her cum from last night.
Okay. Yeah. All right. She will sigh and shake Hrothgar's paw. Fine, you didn't mean it. I shall look to Madilyn. All right, go for it.
I'll miss you.
She salutes the lot of you. Extra respects.
Be safe and travel well.
Live long and prosper.
Wish you a good reunion.
I do like that they literally do include with a faint popping noise.
Literally cartoon.
Yep.
Oh, by the way, Elloe,
What? What's going on?
Delicious breakfast smells.
yes,
Yeah.
for... Yeah,
Sorry, I missed that.
Yeah. Okay. Ceridwen, you're still, getting yourself together with all these scrambled emotions, and then you can feel your fox wives leaning up against you.
Miko, I did a bad.
oh no,
Yeah.
oh shit.
It's fine. It's a skill check, and that's an 11, which means it's just food. It is
It's also
definitely edible.
Maddie is
Just
also helping.
mediocre.
Oh, well,
Maddie's
yeah,
also
I guess actually
already cooking.
that's a good point. So, yeah, I guess it is a 24. Yeah. And yeah, sure, you feel a more insistent nudge at that point, a connection attempting to slide itself open, so to speak.
Yeah, they're trying to slide into my DMs. All right,
Yeah.
I'll flip the phone open. Ayo, what up, girl?
Sure. Yeah. Then yeah, they will essentially ask what happened. And you're able to recount it. You have to triple double down.
I killed
they can
God.
Yeah, they can obviously tell that you're fucking devastated, and will support you. Would you like us to see if Sir Ashley would be able to assist you at all with matters of, well, Paladin-y stuff? None of us really know what we're doing when it comes to that.
No, but if you could send a message to Overland Keep and tell my mother what happened, or at least just send her a message and tell her that Hagen is dead for 100 years.
There's like awkward pausing. We'll go tell her face to face.
Yeah, maybe bring one of the dragons if you're gonna do that.
Okay.
Seems like a terrible idea.
Well,
That's a
none of you are
terrible-
privy to it, so...
Yeah, it's a terrible fucking idea.
Do you know what's also a bad idea, though? Essentially sending a fucking text that says, by the way, God is dead and we killed him.
Yeah, I just need Mom to know that you know what happened, because she's gonna wake up and be just horribly devastated, because Ceri doesn't know that all of her powers are psychosomatic.
Why don't you put on a little makeup? No, you never heard that, actually. Hagen never confirmed to you whether or not.
No, didn't get the chance to ask. I was too busy bawling into my fists.
Actually, I believe you did ask, and Hagen's response was not initially.
I don't think I asked, no.
Wait,
I
do you
don't-
think you didn't ask?
I don't
What?
remember you asking.
Okay.
Well, thanks for the spoilers. Yeah, yeah.
Well,
Look, I've been away for a while. Forgotten a lot of details.
It's fine.
Japan wiped your mind.
down the mountain. Let's go down the mountain.
Yeah.
She'll
let's-
be coming down the mountain.
Okay.
Sure. All right, travel roll.
Yeah. Well,
Close destination is Pixie Village.
yes.
Ye-
I have to use something different than land vehicles because we're not having a land vehicle, are we?
No, we don't have
No.
shit now.
We're walking.
Nope, all of your vehicles and belongings are stored in the Ashen Holds.
Okay, well then let me find out what I have to roll, what we can roll instead. Navigator's tools or nature. I have a +4 nature if anyone wants to assist me. Or does anybody have anything better?
-1 nature. I can help. I am the help list. I should probably help with survival.
Yeah, I'm about to roll calligrapher's tool. Or not calligrapher's, cartographer's tool.
Calligraph. I'm about to.
I'm gonna write you such a cute poem.
The mountain breeze.
So yeah, does anyone have anything better than a
It's
+4
snowing on
nature?
Mount Fuji.
Hang on, it's been a while. Boop, boop, boop. Where is the travel roll bullshit handout?
Oh, I have a +5 nature.
Hornswoggle.
Do you want? Well, you usually do cooking, so.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
No.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll just do scouting because I'm in the sky.
Dun, 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 dun.
So, who has better than 3 survival? Oh, wait, Maddie.
I
right?
have 7, but I'm also rolling the.
So, actually, pets, what's Kellen's cartographer's tools roll?
8.
Alright.
Ye-
My athletics is actually better than that now because I did downtime training to expertise it. If you want me to roll and you can assist.
Okay.
My athletics is 10. Do it. Do it, Savin.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, then I guess I'll assist. Or I have a survival of 7, so if you want to assist me, wait, no, never mind. I'm doing the wrong thing.
Yeah. Okay. So also, who is your navigator then? Athia. Do you have any help?
Do I have help, guys? Someone? Anyone?
My
Do
I don't have
We
nature.
already heard Kinathis say yes.
Okay. Cool.
I mean, I thought Kino's doing the quartermaster.
The quartermaster. So.
Oh yeah. You can't do.
That is
both.
my usual duties, yeah.
Okay. I guess I will help in navigating by flying a butt. Wait, I don't have any of those. No.
You have no navigation skills. All right, Athia, you're freeballing navigation.
Okay. Fine,
You have an
alright.
advantaged scout. You have, I believe, advantaged quartermaster. And if you succeed at quartermaster, then you get a cook. I don't believe the cook check would be advantaged though. So,
Wait. Maddie, do you have nature or like any sort of thing like that? Navigation, anything?
Hedrah, no, she's muted.
Hedrah.
she said be right back. She's not here at the moment.
Okay. Could
She
you
doesn't
open-
have nature train. She does not have navigator's tools.
Okay.
She does not have the skills or tools necessary to navigate. No, you're freeballing navigation. So let's see the first navigation, please.
Okay. Well, I have to use nature since we don't have land vehicles.
Can you cast Bardic on yourself?
No.
No, I cannot.
Yes, we're
All
doing it.
right.
Random encounters.
So getting down the mountain is probably going to fucking suck. But do you bump into anything? Scout, please.
Do. Boom. Oh yes. Okay.
Well, with single-minded determination, you beat the DC despite your terrible navigation. And quartermaster, please.
I believe that was Kinathis.
Yeah, Debbie.
Nice.
Sick. Okay. And a cook test, please.
That was it.
No, that was
Second-
that was that
the
was
second-
quartermaster, and then
the
you can
second
make a
one
cook
did it.
test if you
No, I
succeed
rolled
at doing
twice.
quartermaster.
I did.
Oh, there is another one there. Sorry, I had a message in between. So I should ask that question before when I could and I had time to focus on it. I don't know yet. We'll think on it. Okay. So the journey itself is not very fun. It turns out that it is exhausting getting down a mountain. It's probably a good thing you didn't have your car either, because you are literally like dead top of a mountain. There's no path or road or really anything. No one comes up here. From where you are when you're at the highest point, you can see for an incredible distance, and you can spot portions of civilization, small villages. The moment you start that descent, it doesn't stay easy. There are rocky outcroppings, like sharp ledges, scattered fallen boulders. Luckily, as you travel and traverse, with some might even say dogged determination on the part of Ceridwen Jr., spot like evidences of like mountainous animal travel, like upturned ground that hints at like a boule grounds. And you're able to skirt the edges of these destinations, which is certainly good. The DC for that was quite high, actually, because it turns out stuff that lives in like the dead ass top of a mountain is quite good at hiding in the walls and floors of dead ass top of a mountain. But you are all exhausted. You gain a rank of fatigue because climbing down a mountain fucking sucks.
Okay.
And could everyone please give me a Constitution saving throw?
Sure can.
How dare you, madam?
Great.
Hang on a moment. Where's the fucking travel rules again? God, where did this thing go? I closed it and I really
The travel rules. I'll hit it again. There you go.
Thank you. Actually.
Okay, we'll go through it step by step. Kellin, I'm afraid you suffer a sprain. You'll be moving at half speed personally. Luckily, you're small, and someone who is big and strong can just fucking carry you.
Oh no! Whatever shall I do?
Yeah, Carrie, you see Kellin like take a tumble over some rocks and sprain an ankle, and
Oh,
again,
no, Kellin.
with that huge check of yours, you just fucking scoop him up, and he can assist you from sat on your shoulders. Let's see here. And then quarter mastery. So you have the baseline amount of food available to perform cooking tests with. And now the actual cooking, which was a 29.
But don't beat the DC by 10.
No.
Damn it. I thought 28 was gonna be enough.
Oh, I know, of course it's 28, right? No. Okay, you do beat it by 10.
Hey, forget about that exhaustion you guys just
Yeah, you do not gain a rank of exhaustion. Congratulations.
Woohoo.
Good job, Quartermaster.
Woohoo!
Let's see here. And then, yes, your cooking test was a 29. Your ration requirements are reduced by 50%. Neat. Okay, another journey itself. It's fucking slow going. Is slow going. Takes you 2 days to get down from the mountain and at the border of Pixie Village.
Oof.
Well, at least we made it.
Yeah. Need to see if Maddie got a sprain. I'll do back on. Luckily, she's incredibly constitutional. Okay, she does not suffer any injuries. And none of you are exhausted with this endeavor, just about. Like, you feel like a piece of shit at the end of each day, but a good meal keeps you going and revitalizes you for the day to follow. Let's see here. You're informed by your seneschal that your stuff in Ashen Holds is taken care of. And over the course of these 2 days, a couple of things happen.
Oh boy.
2 days.
The Foxwives inform you that Ceri is utterly devastated and can muster no divine power.
Oops.
Shouldn't have told her and just seen what had happened. Maybe she didn't actually lose her power. It's all in her head. She's just got a mental block now.
Yeah, it's like when
She only thinks her powers are gone.
It's like when you guys told my dad that cats couldn't talk, and then I couldn't ask him questions for an entire day. Dicks.
Oh yeah. It's like, wait, but how can you talk? Yeah, you're right. How?
Meow.
Meow. He just fucked off because he's just a cat. You didn't know any better.
Okay, back. Sorry
Welcome
about that.
back. That's fine.
So,
It took 2 days to get down from the mountain to the Pixie Village. You did not suffer any sprains, and luckily there was good enough eating that you didn't get exhausted. But it was not a pleasant journey. It took a long damn time to climb down from a mountain.
Yeah, so
for
other than
whom?
all of us.
For your whole party.
Oh, so I was just slowly waiting for everyone else to just get their ass down.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't make a Constitution save. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you probably should do that. Yeah,
Alright, you
you're
don't
fine.
suffer any sprains either. No, it takes all of you a long time to get down to the Pixie Village. It takes 2 days.
Okay,
It turns
just
out
keep-
Oops, sorry.
don't worry. I'm just saying that I'll just keep riding on a Ragnarok.
It turns
Nice,
out
smooth ride.
I make it to the Pixie Village every night and just fly back.
So, you're saying about, like, other interesting
Sorry,
like,
yes.
theory.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's utterly devastated. Glad as well that she didn't just wake up without the light and no explanation. The wives tell her that they've hung around in Overland Keep for like the extra duration, and various runners have had to be sent out to a lot of places to explain that, well, Hagen's great sleep is upon us. It's time for 100 years of darkness.
Yeah,
And as many people are being told as quickly as possible, because otherwise the alternative is lots of people
Chaos.
panic. Lots and lots of people panic that a god has left them.
Yeah, we don't want another situation like the panic that overtook Northold
Yeah.
a few years back.
Considering apparently the Foxwives are going to be the heralds of Hagen's doom, I'll suggest they make sure that the guards on the palisades are doubled, just in case some angry sunbros decide to make their displeasure known.
Yeah, I mean, no, they heralded to Theory, who is more than happy to actually, send out
Oh,
guards
good,
and
yes,
people.
good. She can be the
Yeah.
prophet of Hagen's downfall.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
good.
exactly. Like, she's like, I mean, like, the Foxwives are not worshippers of Hagen, but Theory is.
Yes, good.
That, and as well operates in, like, established, like, she is a Jarl's wife. Like, the Foxwives may or may not be, like, wives to Queen of Hornwatch, but that doesn't mean anything here yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I had to include yet. Another thing happens as well, because Kaide is in Ashen Holds, and has made sure that your stuff is still here and together. Took longer for her to be appraised of the situation, and she has spoken with the head priestess there, who she still has divine power, but that's because she can change her devotions once per long rest, and she swapped from Hagen to a different god's devotion so that she didn't lose her divinity,
that's handy.
her domain. I mean,
That's
yeah,
super handy.
she is high priestess of like an old chapel, like she knows the devotions of every god off by heart and believes in all of them wholly. So she essentially, hot swap from Hagen to a different god, so that she can continue in her duties. It would be amazing if changing God changes her actual affectations, and she just, literally changes to
I'm just
emblem
gonna
and just.
write that down in my notes for my next campaign setting.
I know it's really good actually.
Hey, listen, I'm here to help, guys.
Yeah, no, you know what? That is exactly what happens.
That's actually a really interesting idea.
Yeah, there you go. Kaide will describe her larger beefers now. Let's see here. Athia swaps to Embla worship immediately. Titties. No. But apparently it's still rather chaotic. People blame the people of Ashen Hold. Didn't prevent this from occurring. And they're at a bit of an impasse here. Like, they could take the weight off of themselves.
Or they could blame it
Ashen
on us.
Well, no, I was going to say there are multiple ways that they could take the weight off of themselves. They could shift the blame to you guys, and it would stop, like a church getting torched in Ashen Holds and general chaos at that area. They could take the blame, which is fair enough. They did actually lose God. That God got stolen from their watch. Or they could try and start, and actually blame the cultists. Which, although that is also 100% a realistic thing, starting a witch hunt is never a good idea. Goodness knows there have been a lot of witch hunts, and they don't always tend to go well, but at least they would be directed at Raven cultists. Issue is, those rare warlocks of the Raven Faith would also be immediately under suspicion. People like Anna and like other warlocks out there would be not under scrutiny, but like under outright hostility.
I was all aboard for option 3 until you told me that last part.
Yeah, no, there are not many followers of the Raven Queen, and they're all eldritch in nature. So if people go on a witch hunt for the Raven cultists, they will probably pick on any warlock of the Raven Queen.
It's fine. We should shoulder all the blame for our own actions, and we should return to our keeps and villages and just wait out the 100 years. All of us are immortal, so whatever.
Frame it. Well, just do what I did with Ceridwen and frame it as a trial of fate.
Listen, when I get to Ashen Holds, perhaps I can speak wisdom to these people, but we are very far away beyond the mountain kiln, so
We are working towards it.
But
Yeah,
we
they
do
need a
move
now
fast.
res. They need a solution, and obviously whatever you guys choose is going to have an impact before you arrive.
how the
Oh,
fuck are
God.
we allowed to choose?
Well, it's in your hands because you're the only one that actually has communications.
Yeah, Kaide is literally saying like the head priestess is faced with these decisions. And it wouldn't be fair after you've gone through all of that to literally make a decision and possibly you guys will end up shouldering the burden, or innocents end up shouldering the burden. Or
Carrie looks to the rest of the party and explains the situation.
Oh god. Okay.
What?
All right.
Evil dickbags threw the god into the other world, and then you guys and the god decided that it was time to resurrect some chick. Okay, it was the cultist's fault.
Yeah,
Yes,
but if we say it's the cultist's fault, then like my mother-in-law will be persecuted.
Yes, my mother would suffer heavily.
And
There
my
is
aunt
no good
by
option here.
association.
There is no good answer, truly.
I think we have no choice but to shoulder the blame for our own actions.
But it's not our well.
It is, though. Ultimately.
We were not the ones who set the chain of motions into effect, though.
And I had no idea what you guys were doing the entire time.
Do you
You guys were
blame?
talking to gods in your brains.
Well, perhaps
Do
I
you
can
blame
shoulder
a
the blame
knife?
all on my own.
No,
You,
It's not
I'm
your
asking
blame
you.
to shoulder, though.
I made the decision.
The decision was forced into your hands by the cultists.
Yes, but unfortunately, if we blame them, innocent people will suffer.
And also, didn't you just say that the god, this is what Hagen wanted?
Hmm.
If you take the blame, then you suffer. Do you realize how
I'm
crazy
willing to
some Hagnites
suffer.
will get? Well,
I
you
mean,
shouldn't.
in that case, don't you think that people would attack your, foxes and stuff?
That's why I have a castle. I'd like to see them try. They want to start a war over it. No, we're better prepared to shoulder the blame than the innocent raven worshippers.
So what? You really think people will let us walk around thinking that we committed
No, I don't.
goddess act? So what? Are we just gonna fucking end the campaign then?
Carrie shrugs. If we have to wait 100 years for Hagen's return before we can walk the earth, then so be it. But, like I said, I'd like to have the chance to talk to these people. If they blame me, then at least I can speak to them face to face and try and convince them of what happened.
There's no convincing you otherwise. You've got too much of a martyr complex, you know that?
What, do you want innocent... Do you want your mother-in-law, do you want Anna to suffer for this?
No,
That had nothing to do with it.
I don't want anyone to suffer for
Well, we
it.
don't
I
have
want
that
the people-
option right now.
You could always just tell them the truth. God wanted to take a nap for 100 years, and fuck them if they don't like.
Until then, we must make it. We must make it. I believe that we should shoulder the blame as well, for at least until we can explain something and tell people what happened. We are the only ones who know what actually happened.
Alright.
We
Alright.
just, like, out of character, let's just tell them
Can't
the
the-
Odin sleep is upon
this
us.
is
Yeah,
This is
we'd
the high
like
priest-
to,
this-
but we were
this
not
is the high
there.
priestess, right?
Yes.
Can't she tell them that messengers of Hagen are coming to explain why the god has disappeared?
Alright, fine. I will communicate that to Kaede. See if she can tell them that
The herald of Hagen.
the
is
herald
coming.
of Hagen, the setting sun, will be upon them soon. Return
Let's
to your
see how
homes
that-
and wait for her arrival.
Fuck, let's see how that goes.
And if the people just riot on their own, that's their problem.
It's true, they probably will. But I'll give it an honest chance. Inspiration? You guys don't have the ability to give inspiration to the head priestess. However, she currently has trained performance.
Time to orate.
Yeah, okay.
You'd think that being a priestess, she'd just have advantage on that anyways.
She would do normally, but also she's giving them a message that definitely gives her disadvantage. Are you kidding me? I'm sorry, but you'll have to fucking wait. Doesn't work in any world.
At
Just to
best,
put up with
Please
it.
hold.
At best, she's just doing it normally.
Yeah.
Yes. She is cancelling disadvantage, but that's it. And she can cast guidance on us.
Does she want to do that in this case where people can immediately see her do it?
I mean, she's a fucking priest. She can just cast it and then come out on stage. It's fine.
Yeah. She intends to cast guidance on herself and step out.
Fox is
No
not a
bard?
bard.
The bard is not a no. The fox is a tranquility monk.
I know, right? My disappointment is also infinite.
What do you mean? She's the only good monk.
It's still a monk, though. No, it's
It is still a monk.
DCL's not here for me to trigger. It's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
It was like the reality is, it's like it's the only acceptable monk. So whatever. It's pretty cool. Let's see here. All right, let's give it a go. Okay.
A 21 is pretty good.
It is pretty good. Okay. It will be some hours before Kaede gets back to you, and she sounds tired. She's sat in a room with the head priestess sipping tea. Like, yeah, I gave her a back rub. All right. I mean, the people aren't happy. They want immediate answers, but they've been promised that those answers are coming from those who spoke to Hagen in their last. So, it's the best we can do, really.
Well, we'll be there soon. Just try and keep the peace for now.
Yeah, we'll be doing what we can. There are a lot of despondent priests.
Despondent priests are fine. I'm worried about the people rioting or doing what they usually do and blame the tieflings.
And I mean, thankfully, it's actually for once quite hard to blame tieflings for God going on a walk.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah, no, the reality is it was actually totally, whatever.
This
I'm
time
sure
it
you
is
guys-
the tieflings' fault, but that's
Yeah.
fine. We don't need to tell them
But
that right now.
it doesn't look easy from an outside, does it?
No,
Doesn't look like the case. So,
for once.
yeah. There's just a tired sigh and ponder for a moment. Okay. Anyway, we'll do what we can. But yeah, sad priests aren't good at quelling, displeased masses. And messengers are starting to go out everywhere. And then we'll need to send out more when you guys arrive with, what is the follow-up message. And then she'll just feel like I'll get back to you guys later.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Same to you.
Thank you. And then yeah.
We gotta hurry, guys.
Yeah. We'll just, I'll try and get our business here wrapped up really, really quickly. Just, find, like, I don't know, some boule rider to wherever to mount us back, like, get us down the mountain, killing everything like that, and see if I can't, quickly write up a decent, contract for getting some fields plowed and wet elk.
Sure. Elloe, have you actually been like flying ahead of the party down to the village while I've been descending the mountain?
No. That was a joke. While I could do that, I think that would mean that I couldn't assist with any of the
Correct.
rolls that we made. So,
Yeah. It was either that or it's just like I just throw a bunch of unpreventable ranks of exhaustion on you for like going through the night once everyone has settled and just like fucking off the pixie village and then coming back in the morning like, yeah, I'm ready to go, guys. Let's do this.
no,
Which is an option. Right. Okay.
I'm not going to leave the party. No.
So yeah, you arrive on the outskirts of Pixie Village. And well, it's Pixie Village. It's like an open farmstead with a bunch of large tree houses and some floor houses and basically like the Hobbit hole mounds with buildings in them. Similar to Anna's home, albeit not quite so like artistically put together. Although you can see that they have a really, really nice statue. It appears to be made of like a deep, like a very dark brown wood that's almost black. And it is a statue of a pixie. They're holding aloft a great sword that seems to be wreathed in flowers, and they are riding upon a adorable-looking boule. And that actually you recognize as Anna's handiwork.
I figured it was going to be Anna's work.
It's very pretty. You begin to hear like the Majora's Mask clock town music. It's a very nice and peaceful place. These guys don't know shit about Hagen. Well, I mean they do obviously, but like they're all like Tamists and Embolists, like to almost the exact number.
Yeah,
Like,
they're all
split down the middle.
Yeah, they're all my people.
Right.
You
then,
were humming that tune earlier, weren't you?
Yeah.
Right then.
I was just imagining the village, and I was like, I could definitely hear that music just being there.
So this one is Clocktown, and the Ashen Holds is Route 113.
Am I muted? I'm not muted, am I?
No, you're not
I'm
muted.
Okay.
So yeah.
So like, well, I need to go to like the village head to do like get some businesses made for this, get us transport.
Yeah,
or is there,
sure.
like, actual,
Head chief
job
of Pixie
system?
Village. You can see that there is a great big like a boule pen, and it's full of like snuffling puppy boule essentially.
Oh.
Oh,
They look like little
adorable.
shark puppies.
Oh my god, they're precious.
Those are adorable.
I feel compelled to buy one, but I know I can't because I live in a castle. And
Well,
just
then I don't
destroy
think
the castle.
I don't think exactly they really sell the billets here.
One of them will
We're
look up
looking
at you. One of them will look up at you with big eyes, and it's like sharky tail will swish from side to side.
It's
Give it
baby.
a hug.
Oh dear.
It squeaks when you hug it because you're massive.
Oh!
I'll make my way to the chief then over there.
We'll give pats to a baby boule.
You're swarmed. They expect food.
Oh. I shouldn't feed them, they'll just...
There is
Either
a
you
pixie
feed
tending
them
to
or
him.
you become food.
Athia, you're yeah, I know. Athia,
Mhm.
the village head is Fae themselves, or you can see that they are like taller and more elfin. Oh my god, that picture. Oh god, you just burst into tears. Help, I love you so much. I can't handle it.
We need to get her a therapy dog.
I want a
Yes,
therapy
a therapy dog.
boule.
I'll continue to be her therapy mouse.
Crushed to death. And it's the death that you wanted, so it's not even a reasonable threat. Yeah, there's a very large elfin fae, like large for them at least. She's like 5'5".
That's pretty big.
Yeah, you can see that they have, as opposed to wings, they've got like the gossamer cape that looks like it would snap up into becoming wings. Like it just looks like a cape is drifting down their back, and they are perched up on a table. When you enter, the place smells of like cinnamon and like warm incense, and you can see that they've got a little burner in the corner of the room that's just got like a pot of tea brewing. Hi there, how can I help you?
Hi, it's nice to meet you. I have a few matters of business. Firstly, me and my group, we need some mounts to get us quickly over to the mountain kiln.
Oh, well, you can just ask one of the girls outside. I deal with the villagers stuff. I don't own any of the boule and horses or any of that stuff myself. We have stables.
All right. And as for the second, do you know of a town named Winelk?
Yeah, we we know the ruin, sort of ruin, Wenelk. We sent our boule to the causeway, which is connects right around Little Wenelk, and she will in fact point at one of the walls, and you can see they've got a world map, and then there are a number of like blue pins pushed into it.
All right, then that makes it easy. I'm recently a person trying to redevelop Winelk thriving town, and needless to say, doesn't exactly have viable farmland right now. I was hoping to drop a contract to get several boule riders to plow fields and to help us make those real quick.
Yeah, certainly, certainly. Uh, oh, she'll gesture at the teapot. Why don't you pour us a couple of drinks and we'll see if we can't iron some details out.
Of course, of course. I will go over by the teapot to make sure it's hot and everything like that, and bring
Oh
over
yeah,
some tea.
steaming hot. Yeah, you guys see Elloe is walking around with like a fairy latch to each nip.
She's going to give them a sugar rush.
Oh yeah, they're ready for
You
this.
guys just look over, and Elloe is leaned against a tree covered in fairies. And then for about the next hour, you get very hyper fairies.
Yay!
And then they crash.
And then they all like in midair just stop flying and sink to the ground and take a nap. Watch your step.
Yeah. Let's see here. What would you like to give me as far as a skill is required? I will be making it will be opposed as a skill test because she'll want a good deal as she can get.
Yeah, I
And she's
imagine.
a fairy, so she's actually pretty good at it. They are charisma fiends.
Yeah, I imagine persuasion's probably the best skill for working out business deals that end up being beneficial for both parties. That sound fair to you?
Yeah, go for it.
All right.
She will agree to not use guidances or bardics if you agree not to.
Okay, of course.
Alright. What you got? Okay. It's pretty decent. Hey, okay. So it's a relatively long talk as far as talks go. It's an hour, but the latter portion of it seems to be more logistics than deal making. And when it comes down to it, they will, instead of take pay, because the causeway is also going to be essentially feeding them a tithe of income for the next like couple hundred years. She'll take a tithe of income off of Winnow as well, instead of worrying about like exchanging fat loads of cash. Because frankly, a huge cash injection isn't useful to their village at all. But like a steady, higher income than before, more useful.
Very fair.
And yeah, if she's got Boule coming down to like till up the earth for fields and like eat pests and all that kind of stuff, then yeah, they probably go for a like food economy share as opposed to like produced goods because they have no hand in like craft work that anyone does in Winnow.
Okay, yeah. That sounds very fair.
Okay. And then yeah, it will probably take them like 5-6 months to get that underway. They're still like finishing like a maintenance and prep on the causeway. Although some people can travel through it now, they do want to make sure that like a mountain doesn't fall on everyone's heads.
Absolutely. Well then, I look forward to the profitable future between us.
She will shake your hand. Thank you, gracious Titty Balker.
Now then, I must be off to procure some mounts for my group. We need to be
All
in
right.
a little bit of a hurry.
Yeah, seems it. We've got a nice place, like a little tavern, if you guys are all staying the night.
Yeah, if only we had the time to.
Oh, you're pushing hard. Okay, all right then.
Wait,
I
what
will,
time of day is it now that we got here? Is it the
Well,
morning?
it's like noon.
I mean, even with elk, can we breach the mountain kiln by? After
No, you're going
after-
you're going to be going through the woods for longer than a day.
Yeah. So after like it's only afternoon now, and we still have to do all the buying and stuff like that. By the time we're done, it's probably going to be night. We might as well just stay here and then make a hard burn in the morning.
You could technically like travel late for half a day, and then it's just a day's travel through the woods to the kiln.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. It would. I mean, but you're mounted going through very, very dense woods and presumably avoiding like encounters with random wildlife.
Mm-hmm.
It's not safe here. None of this area is safe, frankly.
Well, no, that's what I mean. It's like we would have to be moving at half speed, but without that's regular movement then. Isn't it? Since basic is 36 on mounted, but then elf doubles the regular speed, so it's back to 36.
This is true. I mean, you could face unto just trying to go as the crow flies through the woods. Although you've drawn a straight line, your journey probably isn't actually a straight line at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably following, this open path that actually goes here.
There is almost certainly a period of time where you have to range like outwards and close to the mountains again because it's just safer to do like out here somewhere. Like in general, like that's just a random dotting of trees. Don't take that verbatim for the shape of the forest. But yeah, there's no way that you're actually going 36 miles by the crow flies through the woods in a straight line. That's just not how that happens, unfortunately. It's a very messy journey all the way through, and it probably does steal you.
Yeah, it's gonna take us like 2 days to get through the forest.
Day and a half.
Probably something along the lines of that, if you were to think about it. So
Okay.
you
day and a half.
could leave, camp in the woods, and then travel for a solid day and make it to the mountain kiln. Or you could stay the night, but it's very likely you'll be camping for a night in the woods regardless. So it's just whether you want to do it at the start or the end.
Well, let's go
Go
now.
now.
Let's go now.
Okay.
Yeah.
And yeah. Do you actually want to try and buy a Boule puppy?
For Ceridwen, yes.
Are we
Okay.
allowed to buy Boule puppies?
I will vouch for her as a totem warrior and someone from the Grove of Dreams. Well, at least that's where I was trained in fighting.
Sure. Give me
I
a
will
persuade.
vouch for her as a cute mouse.
Sure. Can I have...
Yeah, you get
is there any
advantage.
bonuses? Okay. I'm not on the thing. What is it? 19.
All right. Yeah. No, they're willing to part with one. They can't sell any like worker grade Boule puppies, but they definitely have a runt of the litter.
Yeah. Well, I'll take a runt, and in exchange, I will give them gold and several bottles of blueberry syrup.
They find this acceptable.
Guys,
I
I
know
really
how to-
shouldn't
I
have
know
a
how to
Boule
deal
puppy.
with-
I have a castle. It's gonna dig out the
know.
foundation.
Well, you
I know
want a
how to
Boule
deal with
puppy.
fairies.
I didn't ask
You
for
can
this.
you can train it by having it dig a moat. Ah?
Exactly.
Ah?
So, how much gold?
Let's see here. Yeah, 35 gold.
Okie dokie. And I will just plop a shark puppy in Carrie's arms.
What?
Got it for you.
You are now holding the runtiest shark puppy. It looks up at you, and its tail does a swish from side to side.
It's precious,
I
but
love it unconditionally.
If anything were to happen to that, I would kill everyone around us and then myself.
so would I. But I shouldn't have this. I don't deserve this.
Oh, shush.
Yes, you do.
Carrie will hug
There,
it.
there.
Take
Let
care of
it
the
all
puppy.
out.
Take care of the puppy and make him big and strong. Or her. I didn't ask.
The fairy will shrug. We can't gender them.
I get it. I get it. You're speaking a lot of sense here. Have another bottle of blueberry syrup.
Sweet.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I give to you. We'll even get a little red scarf for it. A bandana, puppies and bandanas always make puppies about 20% better.
It's true. Alright, well, yeah, I guess Carrie's gonna squeal and hug it and put it on top of her head and just carry it around like that for a while.
Okay, so rolls for travel.
Yeah, let's see it.
I don't
Alright.
know the scouts my
2,
sir.
3, 4.
You know, I'm glad we're back to having land vehicles since I think boulets count as land vehicles, right?
No, that's
Yeah, so
handling.
you guys have a boulet drawn like wagons. They're surprisingly quite thin wagons. They're definitely like passenger loads. For ferries, it's not a big deal. Like you can set a whole bunch of them on a bench, no big deal. But for you guys, they're like almost two-seater affairs. More useful for getting between trees in the first place, but you guys do have to rent like a number of them and do a little wagon train.
Yeah. Do you want me to make a persuasion and see how much that actually like, runs us?
Sure. And yeah, no, Maddie, you can ride a Ragnarok. That said, you are going to get sore. Like a Ragnarok is big and technically comfortable. A Ragnarok is still a large spider and does not move at all like a mouse or like a riding mount or anything like that.
No, but
So
I need
you-
to install springs on my seat anyway, so that's something that I'm jolting down while being jolted about.
You need
Yeah,
to give
like, your
Bracky
tailbone.
some suspension.
Yeah, your tailbone is probably aching. Can I get a Constitution saving throw, please?
Athia, you had advantage on persuasion, so
From who?
From who?
Nobody said shit.
She went off to
What's
go
the-
and organize the wagon, and it was
oh,
so.
Yeah, no one's
Yeah,
saying anything
Elloe
about
just-
helping me, so.
No.
okay, so
I
Can't
didn't even
say.
really catch what you're doing.
should I just stop rolling cons when you ask me to?
Maybe. All right.
Look, we just have to pay a little bit more than normal for the boulet carriages.
Aw,
You have to get a little hoodie.
little puppy hoodie.
You literally get your shark puppy a doggy kigurumi.
You do it in reverse just to confuse the whole world. But yeah, it is a runt, Savin, so it will spend a lot of time just sleeping on your lap.
Yay. Carrie needs a puppy sleeping in her lap.
Yeah,
We just get a shark puppy token as the.
I
That's
can't
the little-
be asked to do more tokens. I really can't be
Oh.
asked for adding more tokens to Menagerie. I'll get around to it later.
We really don't
I'm
need
sure-
help for it.
Is there like an achievement for being so stupidly fucking constitutional like Maddie's been?
I mean, the achievement is probably not suffering sickness, injury, or death. Come to
There
think of it.
used-
Well, yeah.
There were
Success is its own reward when they're saving throws.
there were achievement feats in Pathfinder where if you did a certain thing an X number of times, you would unlock a thing like getting crit
Yeah, I mean,
on
this-
a shitload or taking a shitload of damage consecutively.
Yeah, the scars,
Consistently.
the scar skin there, you got some DR from it.
Something
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
that.
I remember that. That was actually pretty cool.
Right.
No,
yeah,
but
so-
the fact that I've like failed like 2 con saves this entire campaign.
right. Anyway, so how much do we have to pay for the wagons?
It is. Let's see, how much is like riding wagons and shit.
Not
Yeah,
that
I mean, like,
expensive, thankfully.
Travel costs.
Yeah, because we're not really buying them; we're just renting them out to like get us down there.
That should be in goods and services, right?
Yeah, no,
Mhm.
there's a whole section for vehicles.
Oh, nope. That's that certainly is Pathfinder. Idiot.
Let's see. Yeah.
Mounts and
Let's see.
vehicles, a
Those
a
are
cart
purchases,
is 15 GP.
There are services for hirelings and road and passage and stuff. So we'll be using that.
Oh, right.
As
that
a,
stuff's
like,
in
I take it
D&D.
you aren't like literally buying these
No,
wagons. That and they
we're
aren't like
not.
letting you keep a boule. They will let
Yeah.
you ride them, and then you've got a ferry with you who will
Here we go.
coach them
Coach
back.
cab between towns is 3 CP per mile.
This is not, however, a coach cab, and it's certainly rustic and dangerous. So we'll probably be calling it a silver a mile.
That's
36 silver then.
Let's round it up to
Well-
40 because it's not an exact journey, but they'd probably have
Yeah,
a set way.
not a
I
straight
did
line.
fail the persuasion with a 12, so
Yeah. In fact, because you need to borrow multiple carriages, we'll call it 80 silver.
okay.
So 8 GP.
Yeah.
I guess we'll all kick in 1 and I'll kick in an extra 2.
No, I'll kick in the extra 2 since I'm the one that failed.
Okay.
Alrighty. Let's see here. Yeah, Tony is still with you as well. She does not put up much with any fairies and their fairy nonsense, and will stare at them and they flutter too close to her. At one point, Kellin, you are asked, "I wonder how fairy tastes."
Yeah, you're not gonna find out today, that's for sure.
Darn it.
The fairies are friends, not food.
I know how they taste. Oh, you mean the other way. Gross.
She has Tony rarely have anything close to a smile, but when she does, you definitely see a lot of very sharp, large teeth.
Bleh.
Have you ever considered what it might be like to eat a rainbow?
She will shake her head.
So I assume we make it to Mountain Kill unabashed.
I need those. Sorry, we've got the
spending the night.
athletics. You do have to sleep there overnight, but we're gonna that rolls into essentially how travel rolls do the thing. So your scout roll is perfect again. Can I actually get the land vehicles roll and quartermaster and chef?
All right. Do I have help with this from anyone?
Or what?
Land vehicles.
Well, you used to.
All right then.
You're fine.
You're
See, it's-
fine.
Everything's fine.
And
You're
quartermaster.
actually very fine.
I'll be giving advantage to the quartermaster person. There we go.
Shit.
29. Cool. And cook.
That's not bad.
All right, your ration requirements are down by 50%. Nobody gets tired, and
I'm pretty sure that Scow remembers.
yeah,
that,
they're
you know,
rounded
Hunk
to the
is here.
nearest half day, I'm afraid. So it's still you camp in the night, and then you drive in the mountain.
And I'm fairly certain that by now Scow remembers that we move at double pace.
Yeah.
It's all
been
calculated.
It wasn't that. It was
the navigation
Yeah.
rolls result. Yeah, the reduction. Unfortunately, it's to the nearest half day, and this is a day and a half's travel roll
Okay, so it would
because
be
the DCs are
Monday.
different. It's not really no. I don't roll. I don't round.
I'm just
I don't
fishing
round
here.
down. The rounding down is for losers.
I'm just fishing here.
Yeah.
Oh wow, commune with nature is actually a pretty damn cool spell.
Yeah.
I just
it
realized
is.
because I get it at level 10. I didn't know what it did. Nice.
Yeah. It's the power to hug a tree and learn the tree and all the trees.
You can it's basically I can sense the location of any powerful undead, or if all of a sudden the earth turns into stone, I can be like, oh, that's a dungeon down there. Neato.
Yeah. Quite literally. Yeah. You also learn how many rings a tree has without cutting it through the middle, which is always good.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. That classic trope of the forest is stirring, like there's darkness in these woods. Like that is their quote unquote explainable for like the druid has and knows that information and does in fact know that there's darkness, there's wickedness walking around, and things are changing, and animals are scared, etc. Like
There's
they do know.
vegans in the world.
Yeah, there are vegans. Yeah, terrible, terrible predators to their kind. The vegan. Yeah. All right. And then you arrive in the Mountain Kiln. Mountain Kiln, a lot bigger of a place. There is like the odd fairy that hangs around here, but not exactly many. They have like a carriage holding spot and like a boulet pen. And you can see that they essentially just put like whole animals in the boulet pen for feeding them. Like it didn't used to be that they had like pixie accommodation originally, but they've been, for the past year and a half or so, or long, well, it would have been longer, been traveling this route to then start making their way down to the causeway. So they've had cause to make sure that when boulet turn up, they they don't just like try and eat the livestock.
Okay. Yeah. Since we're getting here in the night, I'll go find like one of the carriage runners or something like that and set up for travel tomorrow. Get that all sorted
you
out.
can like they have a little. It's not quite a caravanserai, but they do have a I guess a carriage loading zone, a holding zone. The owner of that is resting in the tavern that evening.
Yeah. I'll try and make a quick deal with him over it, saying that we need to be getting over to Ashen Holds relatively quickly and would like to procure his services.
Sure. I'd be happy to help with that. Let's see.
What about this special breakfast, Kinathis? Are we eating great beasts?
It'll be in the morning, I suppose. We're only getting there tonight in the night.
Yeah, they will charge you a gold 50.
A gold and 50 silver?
Gold and 5 silver.
5 silver.
Sorry,
Gold
yeah.
and 5 silver?
It's like 150 copper.
Yeah, I'm down for that. I don't need to make any persuasion to lower that. A gold 50 is perfectly fine.
Yeah, he'll break your change down into silvers instead of coppers or whatever. He's not super duper fussy. And I take it that you're staying in there. Please do to, lifestyle costs. Staying in a place overnight does have a cost. Take it off.
I would like to request if I could use their kitchen in the morning.
Give me a persuade check. Presumably with advantage, because one of these charisma people, I'm sure, would like to help you with making sure you can prepare big, good food.
Absolutely.
They offer poor or modest lifestyle costs. They don't really have any affluent rooms free for large parties of people.
Modest it is, then.
Do they have an affluent place for one person?
They do.
Excellent. Ceri will buy an affluent lifestyle for Elloe as recompense for the boulet puppy.
Yep.
Oh.
At night, everyone makes their ways to their rooms, and then you just get turned at the corner of the door, Elloe, and directed to a nice room. It looks like it's nicely padded against sound. It's warm. There's a great big roasting fire in it.
But I was headed to the horror house. Oh, this is nice.
Yeah, it's warm, which is a big deal.
Well,
If it's warm, I immediately create a pillow fort.
Yep.
while they're all doing their weirdy thing, Maddie remembers being here
Yep.
before.
Residium roulette.
Yes. How much is it per roll?
Let's see. God, it's been a long time. They
It's
have
been
they
literally a year.
yeah, they have enough or for 2 rolls. It'll be 5 gold a roll.
Sure. I guess deduct minuscule amount.
All right. Roll me 2d handy.
Okay.
Nope, no residium. You get some scrap ore. Although the rolls
Oh,
aren't
well.
so low that they're also completely worthless to you. They have like some small amount of the bits and pieces you use in Squeakonium, but not a lot.
Yeah.
Like in maybe like 20 pounds of ore, you walk away with half a pound of something you can use.
Yeah, that's totally worth it.
Cool.
I walked away last time with like a fucking fortune, so I'm not bitching.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, let's increase the copper by 1 pound. Should be enough.
Sure. Oh, sorry, music just ended. I gotta put on more music. What shall I go
Oh my
with?
god.
The
I
Fate
was
soundtrack or the Nier soundtrack?
Dark Souls 2.
Extended version, Weight of the World. Vocal.
I don't
You
want to
say-
be sad all journey, all session though.
You saying that reminded me that my fucking music had stopped.
Well, it's just sort of fits with, Ceri.
It does, but I don't want to be sad. All right, there you go. That's what I'll call him.
Okay, how about this? Emil's theme. Extended. 10
I mean,
hours. Let's go.
No, it'll turn up. It's all in here. It's the
Guile's
full
theme,
OST.
10 hours.
you just get attacked at every single mile with the Guile theme. It's just impulse. It's another fight. Oh no, these monsters are using sonic booms and have dumb hair.
Well, it would be the first time we fought anything like that.
Alrighty. Okay, so it is another journey. Although this one is actually a road, the DC is super duper low.
Well, before you do that, remember, Kinathis had something you wanted to do.
Yeah.
I'm going to make of it. Gonna get up extra early, and I'm gonna go into the kitchen and make a special breakfast for the party, but especially for Ceri. She needs a special breakfast for everything that she's been through. I
Big
want
big special breakfast.
Sunny side up.
So sad.
Oh man,
Too
I'm fucking
soon.
killing it. I'm fucking killing it like Ceri does.
Nice.
Ceri hears that joke from inside the kitchen. She just goes upstairs and hangs herself.
You try, but you're too goddamn big.
Too
Break her off
goddamn
and-
big. Her feet are just scraping the ground. It's like, and she comes.
You're not even
and then you
scraping
nut.
the ground.
It's like
And then you complete.
It's like that buddy of mine I had. You remember Too Fat Can't Stop Man? He said, guys, if I ever committed suicide, you'd know because you'd drive past my house and there'd be a fucking hole in the seat.
Nice.
Excellent.
But Ceri can't hang herself because she can look the fucking wooden beam in the eye.
Yeah, that's the joke we just
yeah,
made.
Yeah.
That's literally the
Yeah.
joke that was made.
And then while she's
go ahead
trying,
then.
she nuts.
Kinathis.
Yeah, Madilyn, prepare a delicious meal.
You have
One.
assistance.
I'm gonna. Oh, okay.
You've like a sleepy papa helping you.
27.
Not so sleepy apparently. Super helpful this time.
I give her a spank and give her some coffee.
Nice. That's how it helps you. Alright, thanks, doll. You just sit and watch mama work, and then you were inspired to do good. Excellent. Okay. Yeah, what do you make for special breakfast?
Madilyn gets out some supplies from her medical sled, which she loaded up with provisions just in case something happened on the other side of the. We didn't want to be left without food or.
I thought you were blaming
necessity.
it was your medical slip, so you pour laudanum into everyone's meal.
And that would
She
help.
spikes everyone's drinks.
Athia has a very spicy coffee this morning.
But she's going to mix together a bunch of flour and butter and eggs and some honey, and she's going to cook up a bunch of pancakes with some chocolate and a bottle of blueberry syrup.
Nice.
Yay.
When no one's looking, Athia bleeds on her pancakes for delicious maple syrup.
Yeah,
And
Kinathis.
some nice fat sausages to go alongside it.
Kino whispered me asking if I had any more bottles of blueberry syrup. I was like,
Carrie
well,
eats chocolate.
He whispered me asking about my sleight of hand.
I have fed her hot chocolate before.
Yeah, she's fine.
It's just very funny.
Sad.
And Shark Puppy will eat a sausage.
Yeah, Shock Puppy. He gets 2 sausages.
Yay.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, it reminds me, I got some sausage I need to feed Dasha tonight, because it ain't gonna be good tomorrow.
Fuck yeah, sausage. Rotund Shark Pup.
Yes, become
You must
chomp.
become loaf.
You can't dig if you're too fat to move, little boy.
I only got one sausage. The injustices never cease.
But he was fed 2 sausages.
Yeah, it's true.
Justice was made.
I just love that. What's wrong, cat? As though there was a totally normal response in a fucking, like, whatever the site that was.
Oh yeah. Noticed that they only used one hand to pet me.
The sad
One.
cat. The sad cat diary.
Yeah.
That is a barrel of laughs.
My spirit is breaking.
Carrie's gonna give Madilyn a great big hug for making such a nice breakfast.
I'll
Thank
give
you.
her a hug.
I needed that. Need sugar.
You're going through a lot.
How's Athia holding up?
She's doing all right. She's worried about something, but it's not about what we did.
Oh?
There's something else bothering her.
If it's
The
bothering
oppression
her,
never cease.
if it's bothering her over this, then it's got to be something pretty bad. What's up?
She's worried about that scroll we got.
Carrie will like reach into her pack and pull out the wish scroll. You mean this thing?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Mom told me never to use a wish if a genie or something tried to give me one, that I'd just screw it up and turn myself into a dog or something.
That's what the stories say. They always end badly. But there's no genie in this one, it seems.
Oh, I mean, you and Athia are both real smart. I'm sure it's gonna be okay.
I'm sure we'll turn out fine.
Yeah.
Have faith. We'll do our best.
Oh yes, please tell us all your stories about wishes and genies. We need to prepare.
Yeah, sure. Actually, a lot of her like storytelling knowledge is Arabic in theme.
Yeah.
Quite literally from the southern deserts. Yeah, yeah, she will actually regale you with tales of wishes and genies and their less pleasant native kin, the Jinn. They are to blame for a bunch of like terrible things that happened in the southern wastes. And their favorite thing would be to go out of their way to offer wishes. Instead of rewarding people with wishes, they would go to those who were desperate and put dangle wishes in front of them on fishing hooks, hoping for them to slip up words and looking on purpose for the worst way to deliver a wish. On the other hand, there are genies who are genuinely benevolent, and then there are genies who can only understand in the literal. So the genuinely benevolent ones will try to make the best of the wishes as they're delivered, as long as it's within their power. And then there's the literal ones. They tend to be the most powerful, but the issue is that their comprehension is terrible. If you were to ask this literal genie for power, then it would be very literal, but it would be, the greatest power. If you went to each one and be like, Dijin, I want the greatest power. And then the Jinn would turn you into a demi-lich. It would do its fuck everything up. If you go to the good genie, it's like, I want tremendous power. They'd be like, I can give you a level. And then you go to the literal one, I want tremendous power. You become a bomb, but you become more powerful than any of these things,
Yeah, I want power, and it just electrocutes you with
what
like
you're saying
5 billion volts.
What you're saying is dickbag genies versus Robin Williams genies.
And then also Autismo genies.
Yeah, and then Autismo genies. They are the strongest genies, the autismic. She will pause and go, admittedly, I think things such as a spell of wish is probably more ingrained with the literal.
Oh boy.
It's not a malevolent spell, but you do have to be careful because that power comes with the cost of, being literal, and open interpretation is bad. If you were to word a wish and make it too long and wordy, then the comprehension goes down as well. So you don't want to just try and cut off everything by saying, except I don't want this to happen, except I don't want this to happen, except I don't want this to happen. Because eventually it will just start picking out keywords, and then almost certainly what you've done is made a wish full of a list of the things that you don't want to happen, definitely being what focused on. It's, like if you were to do a Google word search, but you didn't put minus in front of all the words, you just said no, and then put in a list of things that you don't want. Google is going to look up a list of things you don't want, and then also the word no. And then that's how that goes. So it's like small and concise.
Can we submit a wish in writing, please? So we can use the mind.
Alas, no.
Oh.
You could certainly read off of something you wrote.
Alright, final question. Have you ever ridden on a Boule puppy?
It'd be like her own
She will climb onto the Boule puppy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Alright, then Ceri will hook his little harness up and we'll start walking up to the carriage.
Excellent. Yeah.
Cause she's like a house cat, and this guy's probably like Great Dane sized. Maybe not
this thing is also and a puppy, so no, they're quite small. Teller is probably a little heavy for it, but
all right.
Probably not for long. Like she'll be too heavy for it for like another month or two, and that's it.
Excellent.
Soon and yeah, she could in fact have then she could have her own noble steed.
I'm just listening to Robin Williams. Never had a friend like me. Now.
That's what I'm going to be playing while you guys cast Wish.
So, shall I be off getting closer to Wish then?
No, let's fuck around for another hour. Just continue to blue ball Stray.
Look, I'm trying.
My eyes are burning from staying awake, so let us continue on our merry way.
Yeah.
Like really burning actually. They're just so stingy today. I just woke up tired. I didn't fall asleep. Yes, I have. I didn't fall asleep until like 4 a.m. So I'm just tired.
Fair enough.
Let's see here. Tests. DCs on these are super simple, but I still need them. This will be for all the way to Ashen Holds, as opposed to the stop in first holding. You guys can stop in first holding if you want to. It doesn't actually sound like you're going to be doing more than sleeping there and then continuing on, which is all just one lane.
Yeah.
Let's just speed on to Ashen Holds so Savin can do his great and impressive speech.
Oh god. No, I'm just gonna hit this persuade button.
Very fair. Okay. The next line, vehicles. Kina?
You have advantage, Kinathis.
It's weird not making the It's weird not making the cartographer's tools.
Yep.
But to be fair, we're hedging our bets, so.
You can go back to it after we deal with the critical time important thing.
Alright.
The lives aren't on the line.
You ignore the first rank of exhaustion, but your actual cooking tester does not do anything for your ration requirements on this occasion. Scout navigation are fine. You make a good time as you go. So, 1, 2. So it looks like late to morning you will arrive in Ashenhold on the third day. As you chew up the miles on open roads with a wagon, with the elk, with good journey time as well. And it is late morning when the Ashen Holds comes in to reach. You can see, or in fact more appropriately, you can hear the soft chiming of a bell, marking the rise of day. You're not used to there being a morning chime, but there is. You've gone past a number of fields. Nothing seems to have been on fire, any more so than it usually is for being next to a volcano.
That's good.
That's good. No trees full of lynch tieflings. Nothing. Good. Okay. Everything's fine then. Good. Let's make our way to the temple.
Yeah. Okay. And then you arrive in the Ashen Holds. And yeah, there's been a morning chime. There are people going around their business, but you don't need high insight checks to tell that there is a tautness, just an unbroken tension in the air. Yeah. Let's see here.
Oh, boy.
People have been told that you will, that you would arrive this herald. Do you dress yourself up for the occasion? How do you present yourself? Because you're arriving just simply on a carriage in the morning.
Yeah, Carrie's gonna do up her hair in a majestic coif and get her golden robes of Hagen on.
Waff.
Yeah, I will quaff a potion. What?
It's not coif, it's quaff.
I know, it's the fucking dumb word, though.
It is a shitty word.
Okay.
And yeah, I will do what I can to look as official and impressive as I can. Get my, I don't know, symbol of Hagen displayed proudly on my chest. My noble signet rings out and stuff. We'll get my pet bard to come give me advantage and inspiration and bardic inspiration before I go talk to anybody.
Yeah, before you go out and on stage and everything, we're just gonna go into the side room and you have guidance for this.
Can I also have a bardic die?
And you can have a bardic dice as well.
Yeah.
Sure.
Would you like me to cast daylight on you?
No. That is
Wait,
highly
wait.
inappropriate.
That sounds more like taking the piss if you cast daylight.
Yeah.
Wait. Do you have enhance ability?
No.
No, I was asking Kina. Kina.
Is that a
Do you
cleric?
have-
Work to
I can't remember as a cleric.
yeah, it should be.
Hands of radiance.
Enhance
No.
ability is
Enhanced ability.
Bard, Cleric, Druid, Sorcerer.
So I could prepare that for today.
Yeah,
No,
second
we're
level
going-
transmutation.
So
Lasts
if you
for an
cast
hour.
that, yeah.
What?
So if you cast that on Ceridwen and select Charisma, she will have on any Charisma-based ability.
Yeah, you can give her Eagle Splendor for an hour.
That would be super useful.
Sure. Yeah, I know where we're going. I know we're going into this, and Carrie has to do some orating and things, and talking to a lot of people. So yeah, I can prepare that for us. And you know what? Why the fuck? Let's see. I can cast that as a 4th level spell and give it to fucking 2 other people. That's why the hell? Why the hell not?
Why would you?
Because I can.
Give it to
Fair.
But
Athia
it's a
too.
4th level.
Just make her more charismatic for the fuck of it.
Okay.
And yeah, why would you ever not just make your wife more charismatic?
Wait, did you say 1 or 2 more people?
2.
Nice.
Can you cast the intelligence one on me?
I don't think you can pick and choose. I think it's just...
I think you choose, like, I'm casting Eagle Splendor, and then you select your
Oh.
target.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
effect
okay.
and then target.
So upon it, choose one of the following effects. Target gains the effect. You can target one additional creature.
Then
yeah,
again,
you touch a creature. Oh no, you touch a creature and then choose.
Oh, well, there you
Yes.
go.
So yeah,
Oh.
you can put out it. Yeah, it's
Oh.
just literally in the order. You touch a creature and enchant it.
Then
Choose one of
nice.
the effects, and then at high levels you can target one additional creature. So yeah, you can actually boop,
Oh.
boop, pick, boop, pick, boop, pick.
Okay, then I'll give Fox's Cunning to Maddie.
Enjoy. You're all
Yay.
enhanced for an hour. You just spend an hour smarter.
Alright, I shall disembark our carriage and squared shoulders, weapons slung on my back. I will approach
Could you
the temple.
warn Kaede ahead so that she can, do the needful on this end?
Yeah. I'll
Okay.
tell her that we were about to arrive.
Sure. By the time then you are square in front of this temple, you can see that there are these black banners that have been put up and like tied around the pillars, and they're covered in written prayers, like wishes and messages, like talismans almost. Very old school in style. You can see like family crests have been sewn into some black ribbons, and those two have been tied around the pillars. Like a whole group, like a whole town's, like multiple towns worth of wishes have been like wrapped and tied around these pillars outside. The head priestess is stood on like a little makeshift plinth. Kaede is stood like off to the back around one of these pillars. She's actually like tightening one of the black ribbons that are on it. And a crowd of people have begun to gather.
You know what? Because it might be thematically appropriate. I will cast one other spell on it.
Is it also
Yes,
concentration?
yes,
Because enhanced ability is concentration.
Is it?
Yes.
Yes.
Never mind then. Never mind. I will do nothing.
Okay. Yeah.
And I will approach the priestess and extend a hand. Say, I bring word from Hagen himself, though it is not the word I think any of us wanted to hear.
Yeah. The head priestess looks tired and also like way boobier than before. Before, when she was like in her Hagenist guise, like the hair was done up in a tight ponytail, and she had like a C-cup chest, and like a still relatively attractive like 30-something young face. and now her hair falls in like wavy locks, and she's just got a larger chest and looks more motherly almost.
You
Nice.
seem different.
She will give you a tired smile and gesture at the plinth.
Right, yes, I suppose it is time to address the faithful. Alright.
And the faithless. We don't leave out anyone when it comes to the words of the gods, even if they do not want to hear them.
Quite right. See, Ceri will get up, and once the crowd has assembled, she will cast Thaumaturgy on herself, which is typically a divine cantrip, but she actually took it through a feat, so I think she still has that.
Yeah, okay.
So I will make my voice booming, such that it can be heard throughout the town square, and I will say, "People of the Ashen Holds, some days ago, we learned that the god Hagen had come down to Ceres, our world, to watch over us himself. He placed his spirit inside the statue of this church, and there, a group of vile cultists stole into the building in the night, and through dark arts took the statue and transported it away. They took the statue beyond our world through ancient elven ruins. We followed them to a place beyond. Alas, when we arrived, Hagen, trapped within the statue by their dark arts, was in the process of being drained. His spirit was being conferred into that of the Raven Queen.
There's a dark muttering at that.
Hold,
She
hold.
whispers.
For it was not the Raven Queen's doing, but corrupted followers, those who had made deals with demons rather than her herself. However, seeing that the Raven Queen has long since been disabled, she has been in a coma in this place beyond, Hagen made a choice once the cult's followers had been dealt with. He chose to temporarily surrender his spirit unto her, to revive the Raven Queen, and allow her to once more look over the spirits of the dead and dying in our world, and in all others. It was the god Hagen's choice. A terrible choice, but one that the Lord of Sunlight made willingly and freely. So I ask you, do not lay your blame on the followers of the Raven Queen, for they are innocent in this, as is the goddess herself. But Hagen has chosen to, for a time of 100 years, step back from our world, that in his absence a new goddess can arise, and when the Hagen sleep is over, he will arise too once more, and a dawn most glorious, and resume his place in the pantheon alongside the Raven Queen. And by his doing 2 gods shall reign where 1 did before. So was the will of Hagen. I ask you all now, even in his absence, those of you of the faith, to join me in praising the sun, for even though Hagen sleeps, the sun will ever look down upon us all in its radiance. And Ceri will extend up her arms towards the sunrise.
Sure. You can make me either persuade, religion, or intimidate.
I will do persuasion.
Do you want my inspiration?
Don't need it. I have
Don't need
advantage
it.
already.
You've
Oh,
got-
okay.
Yes.
Sorry, I
So-
just got back.
Oh, there's a crit, but wait, there's more.
Oh,
Oh,
Son of a
wait,
fuck.
there's more.
Oh, almost a 40. Oh,
almost.
almost.
Ah.
Okay. Let's see here. Well, you see, I had a thing set aside for if you crit.
Oh boy. Oh
So-
boy.
As you stand there, putting the arms up in praise, there are a number of people, with dark mutterances, and a number of arms go up towards the sun. And then a figure steps out of the crowd. Let's see here.
Oh boy.
There's no theory.
Python.
No. Could it be Alfir?
Alfir.
Alfir, champion of light.
Champion.
Vampire waifu.
He has returned.
We did actually leave him around here, didn't we?
Yes. we
Yeah,
did.
he's underneath the Ashen Holds getting ball drained.
Need to copy you.
It's probably a god.
Again. Yeah. Python steps out.
But you still catch a glimpse of Alfir.
And let's see here.
Oh, it is Python.
Yeah,
Okay.
Okay.
you had it right. Which
And before Asmon, too.
yeah, correct.
Oh,
Okay.
I need to just find Asmon's page though.
Were all the gods secretly watching this?
Of course they fucking were.
They couldn't see beyond the veil either. They have no idea what the fuck happened. That's right.
Alright, yeah. Okay.
How can they
Alright.
not?
Alright. Jesus. No need to jump on me all at once.
No, we're not jumping on you. I just
No,
realized
no.
it too. It's like, oh,
Yeah,
of course,
yeah,
of
that was
course.
just-
That was
Whereas
the
I
moment
have been
of-
sat here in silent delight that yes, you are not the only ones having this speech. Like this speech is for the gods themselves.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
Well, it's a good thing you crit on it.
Yep.
I need it. Fucking. I wish I remembered what map I put them on. They aren't in the godless depths. No, that's godless. That's not where the depths are.
It was the lost. No, not the lost orphanage. It was right a map near there.
It was the. She was in the, the wild magic dungeon.
That's right. I had it written down as War Criminal Dungeon because that's what it used to be.
Oh,
I was in fact looking for a Wild Magic Dungeon, but no, it used to be War Criminal Dungeon.
It's fine. You can just use any random cowgirl for Embla. It's fine. God, that's been hot.
Oh.
As
That's
been
been
super
hot.
super hot.
and
You
this
know
tiny little mouse next to you is sort of champion for her.
Yep, champion of the people.
You know, we're gonna see like what Tam looks like as well.
God, I feel like it nearly crashed my roll 20 typing Carol in the token search.
I feel like Tam's emissary here is just like a bunch of woodland critters.
It's
No,
just
it's
the
just-
squirrel pope.
Blink dog. It's a blink dog.
I have tokens for that too. It's fine.
Yeah, you remember like the blink dog leader. Oh my god, she's adorable.
Oh my god.
And
That
bluff.
is one of the cuter cowgirls in the collection.
Yep, that's Embla probably.
Yep.
No, that.
Oh, I need the full art.
Oh, that's right. Another moment of realization. They have no idea. The only person who knew what happened was fucking
Python.
Python.
Python
And
wasn't
you think
telling
he's
until
going to
your
tell
big...
people?
Yeah, Python was not going to ruin your big room.
He was
What a bro.
fucking stonewalling them. Oh, what? That
I
was
don't know, but like, literally Python was like, this is actually my tale to tell.
They asked Python, and then Python had turned into a cup, and then the cup teleported to another planet. Python don't give a fuck.
Let's see.
Easy little bastard. And then as all the gods are stepping out, the fucking dragon daddy's head just leans out of a cloud like,
Right?
"Hey."
Hey, great grandpa.
What? All right.
He's the father of all dragons.
Oh no, you said
Ben-
that just as the fairy token popped out. I was like,
Oh, no.
Yeah. On Ben the
Tam.
Fairy is Tam.
Yes. Or more importantly, actually, you've seen this fairy before, but this time there is a wreath of like ivy circlets upon them, and their eyes faintly glow.
We've seen them before.
Because Tam is a bunch of spirits, so Tam has to possess.
Yeah.
I wonder
don't know.
where Elloe would go if she dies. She doesn't really worship anybody. She's like a nature person. She'd probably go to Tam.
If you don't worship anyone, then from now on, the Raven Queen takes you. Because she's the gates of death and returns you to the cycle afterwards.
Yay!
reincarnation.
We did it good.
Well, she reveres like nature spirits and stuff, and walks in spiritual things,
I mean, yeah, no, then Tam would take
That's
you.
what Tam. Yeah,
totems and stuff.
basically Tam.
How many cuts do we have? Who else? Who else are we
About
missing?
12.
Oh, Waylon. Oh, there's
There's
Waylon.
Waylon.
And then we got Bellatrix
Bellatrix.
and her flange mace
Bellatrix.
girlfriend.
Yeah.
There should be one more after that. There's like 8 total, I think, or was there only 7?
Well, there's one less now.
The Divine. Asmund, Bellatrix, Embla, Hagen, Python, Tam, and Waylon.
Oh,
I can't remember what token I used for Bellatrix back in the day.
I do. Remember, like, the red-headed angel with the wings? I remember because I used it for one of my gods in my setting, and I commented on it when you brought her up. It's like, look up in Savin's tokens, what are they called? Tieflings, but gods. But from Holy.
ASMR?
Yeah. He had it listed as an ace, like redhead ASMR or something. Because that's where I got the token for my war god.
Nope.
Hmm.
Son of a bitch.
Just
And
type
do you
in
know how many
redhead.
people? Do you know what happens when you type in redheads?
Yes, I do.
You get
I delight in
fucking
it.
80 redheads. I'm scrolling.
There's buckets of
Oh, it's a
them.
lot
There's
more
so
than 80
many.
now.
Try like ASMR maybe?
No, I just tried that.
Just-
I really wish I had my old computer.
No,
Well,
you don't.
copied over more from my old computer is what I mean.
God, there are a lot of-
I'll start at the bottom. You go to the top.
Sure. Dun, 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 dun.
Probably be like around the middle, TBH.
Oh yeah, then it becomes a race. Sure, wait, isn't it?
Honestly, I thought she had black
Yeah.
hair.
Oh yeah.
That's it.
That's her.
it.
Oh, yeah.
And there you go. And then Morrigan, Raven.
Morrigan.
And then the Morrigan showed up.
The Morrigan.
Oh, yeah, I need her to fucking come here so I can either give her a hug or punch her. I can't decide which.
Yes.
What you do is you give what we call a bear hug.
Squeeze.
Yee.
Alright, let's see here.
It's just Madilyn's fangirling. Madilyn's
Alright,
super
it's time
fangirling.
to make It's time to make a disadvantaged will save.
Yep, everyone in the crowd has a revelation. It's great.
Yeah,
Nope.
you rolled a crit. It's revelation time, baby.
Woohoo!
And yeah, gods begin stepping out of the crowd, staring at you. There is a tiny pause out of Asmund, and then she
This is
gives
a
you
good
little
crit.
finger wiggle wave.
Carrie will slowly raise a hand and wave back like, hello.
Oh no, her wave was at Maddie.
Oh, okay.
And yeah,
You still wave back, but you realize, oh, she wasn't looking my way.
Yeah.
gods begin stepping out of the crowd and to the front of this plinth, and Python will hop up onto the plinth in front of you first before sketching a courtly little bow. Hello there, my darling. Welcome to another exciting session. No,
Fuck no! Python's been the
that'd be
DM
great if
all.
I've been Python all.
Fuck.
Oh no, we're stuck in a
Python was just
meta
you.
It's a loop.
Loop brother.
Python. Hello there, my beautiful and exotic maiden. We meet again. And he will look you up and down. Oh, kind of a shame you didn't pick me for divinity. But I suppose I can understand your reasoning. I won't take it personally. At which point he will hold up a finger, reaches into a pocket, pulls out a dice, and then rolls the dice.
Does the die glow?
No, Athia.
Mm-hmm.
There's something in your boot. There's no dice on the floor anymore, but you're pretty sure you've got a dice in your shoe.
And it's a
I will-
D4 too. Oh god, it hurts.
No, it's a it's probably a D20.
I will bend down and pick up the dice, and I'm just gonna roll and see what number picked up. I pick it up.
I mean,
on.
no, it was a 20. Obviously, you saw a 20 was rolled. That's why everyone is here.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, if like I'm picking up like the dice out of my boot, yeah, sure.
Every face on the die is just a 20 now.
It is true. Yeah, no, yeah. You can't. Python cannot reliably roll any. He does have to actually cheat if he wants it to happen.
What do you mean I'm not paying attention?
Yeah, look at that. It got called out. And yeah, Python will turn.
And
to
I
the
wasn't.
others.
I was paying attention this time too.
You were. Yeah, Python turns his attention to the others. Oh, luckily you gave me just about enough time to get everybody. Tell you what, though, they have been pestering me for answers the whole time.
Well, I hope my answer is satisfactory for everyone.
I think so. And then he'll turn his attention to the rest. Yeah, they begin to file up onto this plinth. First is Bellatrix. You can see that she has a great flanged mace. It's resting on her shoulder. For some reason, in fact, I mean, I say for some reason, Ceridwen, you're a hexblade now. You can see that fucking mace that she is walking around with absolutely qualifies as a hex patron. However, you've already laid yourself to Ashlander.
Hot.
Yeah, the flanged mace has achieved like pseudo power, like pseudocuff power, and can be thought of as a patron by people.
Pseudo apotheosis for a flanged mace. Nice.
It's pretty dope. Bellatrix will stand in front of you and then crack some knuckles. One punch for my brother.
Eep.
And she will indicate, where should she hit you? Because she is doing it. And
Yeah, okay. Carrie will square up and just put it right on the chest.
Right in the tit where the most cushioning is.
it'll probably be sternum. You're probably going to get winded, but,
Yeah, it's fine. I deserve this.
She cracks her knuckles, wheels and cocks it back, and then, with her full weight behind her, throws a hard punch into you. Give me a Constitution saving throw. We'll see if you can keep your feet.
Alright, I'm just gonna die instantly now. Cool.
No, not rolling damage, just con. Okay. No, you are staggered and blown from the
Yeah,
plinth.
guidance. Guidance is still up.
No,
Yeah,
it
was
only
used
goes on
already.
one roll.
It's one roll.
Guidance is only for
Oh,
skill checks
Oh,
anyway.
right. Bless. Bless.
Yeah,
I was
bless
thinking,
is the
never mind,
long-term
I'm
one of
stupid.
this.
I'm not
Yeah, no.
blessed, no.
Yeah, okay. You have
Never will be again either.
been blown from the plinth. There is a muted gasp from the crowd and like mutterings and talkings. You can hear a couple of the other gods like tutting in frustration at Bellatrix's response. She does, however, hop down from the plinth and pull you back upright. And, you know, she's probably smaller in size than you, in reality. Like, she's a god, but she inhabits a human form, and you're a big, big lady. She still pretty effortlessly drags you back up onto the plinth.
Carrie is just so confused and so stunned. It's okay.
And she will stand to the back of the plinth and off to one side. And up walks Waylon, god of tempests.
Alright, I had no idea who the fuck that was anyway. It's fine.
Well, everyone knows Waylon. He is a proud old man. He looks like everyone's revered Viking grandfather. And he looks upon you with eyes that are tired and weathered but considerate. You can smell like crackling power and ozone. He will sigh reluctantly and tuck back his braids, and you can see like essentially like sea crust and like storm just sort of seems to build up in his beard even when he brushes it away again.
Carrie just braces to get hit again. Fuck.
Yeah, he lets out a sigh. One for my brother.
Oh god, are they all gonna do this to you?
Oh, you're gonna get gun punched with so many.
No,
I'm just gonna go back behind Ceridwen down there, and in case, just put my hands on her butt or like legs.
Try and give us some standing support. He'll pause and go,
Yeah.
You probably do not want to make hand contact with her small mouth.
Oh, you're about to get lightninged.
He will
She's my friend.
All right.
Don't
then.
worry.
Yeah, in fact, anyone who makes contact can help disperse this.
All right,
Probably
I'll brace her with my hand against
No,
her back.
guys,
This
don't.
was
I
a-
deserve this.
This was a
This was
group
a group
effort.
effort.
We will
Yeah.
all take
Damn it,
this.
no.
Yeah, this grandfatherly. Okay, so this might all happen at once, but this grandfatherly figure puts a large, weathered hand upon your head between your ears. And then he waits when he sees that someone has made contact, and then he will glance to the rest of your companions. Do you stand in agreement with your friend?
Yes.
Absolutely.
And then he will look to you,
She's
Ceridwen.
always, she's
They
always
have
been
made
my
their
friend.
decision. Would you deny them this?
Just do it already.
Very well.
Carol,
And
brace
yeah,
up.
who is putting a hand to like Ceridwen? Like,
Hey.
it needs to be like the lightest contact.
Hey, Mama was a storm dragon. This is probably what I should have been doing in the first place.
We all made the
Very
decision.
well.
We're all standing, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. And then yeah, you all get shocked. You take 1 rank of exhaustion,
Okay.
but that's it. There's no follow-up effect. You don't need to make a save. And he will pull his hand away, nod to all of you, and take his place on the plinth beside Bellatrix. Tam floats up. We are most sad to see one go. One for our brother. And then she skitters forward, places a hand on either cheek of Ceridwen's, and kisses her on the forehead,
No.
and flutters to the side of Waylon. Embla, of course, walks forward, and she boobs boobily over. Like she's a big lady with a lot to give.
I
And there are a few
failed.
people like muttering and whispering, like,
Whoa.
"Shit, we worshipped the wrong god here, guys."
Yeah.
I failed my wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, that's fair. And yeah, you are pulled into a hug, Ceridwen. There is probably a tiny squirt.
Carrie squirts too.
From both of you.
Yeah, she is a Minotaur. She's actually is larger than you and booblier than you. She gives you a hug.
Thank you.
One for my brother. She takes her place. let's see here. What would you do?
Python
Okay.
just smacks you on the ass.
Yeah, no. Asmund will clip clop to the front of you, and then there are a couple of people like, I thought Asmund was a guy, and then someone will like mutter something like bodily reincarnation. Asmund pulls out a scroll, and then baps you on the nose. One for my brother. You get bapped. It's not a big deal.
Carry
Yeah,
your soul
doggy
tucked
dog.
down anyway.
Well, of
'Cause
course they do. It's a reaction. That's
newspapers are the ultimate enemy of doggo.
And then they return their scroll to a scroll case, which they hang around their shoulder like a purse, and will stand beside Embla. Python walks up. I don't know what I've got for my brother. Why don't you find out? And pulls out Python's bag.
Oh god.
Oh god.
So God,
Oh
why?
shit!
Let's see.
Oh god, why? It's right there.
No, this is a specific god, though.
Oh, hey, I have one of those.
Yeah.
Does it rhyme with cheese, though?
I don't
Can
know.
I have
Python's
a-
bag of
Can I have
tricks.
some
All right.
huskies?
Roll me a d2.
Oh no. Which one's the good one?
You'll find out
Okay,
afterward.
I mean, you've already been informed of this before. Python's bag of tricks.
All right. Well. Nice.
Okay. You pull out. Most amusing.
Just a whoopee cushion.
No, you pull out a plate of eggs sunny side up.
Wah.
Python's nose wrinkles. That feels like a little in bad taste, but you know what? Sometimes that's just what the bag does.
Do I eat these now, or?
He'll shrug. They're probably delicious. They look good.
One for your brother. Yeah.
Eat the eggs.
He's secretly nutritious.
Yeah, no, you eat the egg. It is really tasty. It's a good egg. Maybe the finest fried egg you've ever had.
And made all the saltier through your tears.
Wah.
He'll shrug. I know this is probably a very confusing moment, but one for my brother. And he will step aside onto the plinth. There's like a faintly scowling, like the two of the other gods like lean out from where they're stood on the like at the back, so they can look at Python. He just shrugs like, "What? It was the bag."
Yeah, they're trying to just go, yo, what the fuck, Cal?
It's just like that wasn't me. That was the bag that did it.
I'm not responsible for anything that comes out of that. Alright, well, Ceri slurps down the last of that egg. I guess she'll look at the Raven Queen.
Yeah, we got one more god.
Yeah. So the Raven Queen, god of death, a raven's feather. The Raven Queen is now one of the divines.
Yay!
The Raven
Okay.
Queen steps forward.
Nicholas
What?
Hagen says God of Life.
Not god of light.
Oops.
Light.
Embla's
Yeah, I
got
know.
it, like,
I'm aware. I'm just looking at the divines there. It says Hagen, God of Life.
Yeah, that is literally just a typing error.
No, Embla's Hagen now. It's fine. Let me
There
go
we
back
go.
into the
That's-
booblies.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah, Hagen now boobly after 100 years of sleep.
Yay!
Right, the Raven Queen walks up to you. And you can see that she is resplendent in like it looks like black steel and black leather armor. She's deep, relatively gothic makeup and fine hair that seems to be shorn like essentially this perfect cut. Her expression isn't cold. It's certainly not impassive, but it doesn't look like she's the kind of person who applies themselves much to smiling. She reaches up into her armor and plucks a feather. And plucks another one. And then will actually crouch down to... Let's see here. What is it that you're wearing again? You're wearing robe.
Yeah, I'm just wearing my Hagenite robes.
Yeah. She threads one of these feathers into your robe. One for my brother. And this will sit 100 years. So make sure to take care of it.
I will.
And she stands up and will slip the other feather into your hair, like right above your ear, into your quaff coif. And this is one for my sister, who even as she wakes and breathes, divinity flows into me. My place at the table is one of solid power instead of a shared entity. She will look over her shoulder to the assorted crowds. I greet you all. I'm the Raven Queen. She steps to the back of the plinth. Ceridwen, you're stood in the front of this crowd. Your chest hurts. All of you have kind of got like an itchy, like stingy sensation. What do you mean the gods know us all, Ceri? Like, I mean...
She was the agent provocateur for this.
Yeah, she chose to be front man as well for all of this strife. And she got the shit kicked out of her for it, so, you know. Ceridwen, you are stood before all these gods, and they are watching you. The crowd has been stunned, admittedly, into complete and utter silence. Would you like to try and make some kind of cat got your tongue check? Because are you stunned to silence?
Yeah, let me just make a wisdom check here.
Are you?
Savin
got
is stunned to
back up.
silence too. Oh no, I guess Ceri is as eloquent as ever.
Yeah.
Alright, fuck, I guess. I will say, you look upon all the gods in this realm, but their brother Hagen will return in 100 years. Do not give up hope. Do not give up faith in the light. For the sun is eternal. It will rise again. And Ceri will hang her head a little bit and then turn, bow to all the gods, and then I guess she will take a knee with the kind of expectation that everyone behind her should also, fall to their knees before the assembled pantheon of Sorceress here.
They watch you all kneel, and there are some smiles and nods. And the moment is somewhat disrupted when, hey, Madilyn, both Tama and Embla are staring at you.
Sweat.
Pick your god, honey.
They're both staring at you. You're probably getting the RR look from Embla.
Don't look at them.
We all know which deity you really want to serve.
Good luck, honey. They're both very good deities.
Fine. Yeah. Embla and Tam are like staring at staring at Madilyn. Hey, Elloe, Bellatrix will she like leans over and waves a hand in front of Embla as though to like temporarily disrupt your eye contact with her chest. And will gesture at the fact that everyone around you is kneeling.
Just gonna slink back a little bit. It's fine. Everything's
There's
fine.
like at least one snicker from a person in the crowd who isn't too fucking stunned. And yeah, the gods watch you all kneel, and there is another chime and a bell, and when you all look up, the gods are gone.
Well, Miss Ceri will stand and dust herself off, wipe a little blood from her lip because she got punched by the goddess of war, and ow.
Yeah, no, they're later when you check, you're going to find like knuckle-shaped bruises on your sternum.
Yeah. Well, gods have made their thoughts on what has transpired known. So I'll keep in mind that they are brothers to Hagen. Blame not the Raven Queen nor any other. He will return in time. Now go and give thanks to whomever you worship. And Ceri's gonna go. Just gonna leave now.
Yeah, there are a lot of shocked people. Kaede will give you a hug and probably spend some like points of random healing. Everyone gets little tranquility hats.
See, I could cast thaumaturgy on myself and just scream that the herald has spoken, just to really reinforce that Ceridwen is the herald of Hagen. I want that to spread because that'll be funny.
Do it.
Well, do it then.
I will do it, actually. Yeah, no, yeah, I'll do it. It's funny to me.
I mean, it's pretty good. We could also like give her ghostly flames that go around her if we want to.
No, I'll just make the announcement, make it clear.
Yeah. Okay. There are, over the course of like the next few days, going to be like runners and clerics and all sorts of people going to and fro. Because the gods stood before everyone alongside the announcement that Hagen sleeps 100 years. Like literally everyone in the crowd guidance on the next thing they do. It's a weird deal at the moment. So you're aware that anyone who is a worshipper of Hagen, they still go to Hagen's afterlife. However, Hagen's afterlife is sort of like just like a lot of beds. I don't know how to describe it. It's more. It's gone from like being a great incandescent like church or temple, or like a comfortable manor house, if you were to imagine it, and has instead become like just a place people go to sleep.
It's just a barracks until Hagen comes back and rallies the troops for their great solar crusade. No, wait.
Solar Crusade is a pretty cool title. That's going to be the sci-fi episode.
Nice. It's Hagen 40,000. We're going to play Brighthammer next.
Of course. But no. Yeah. So do you guys stay long in the Ashen Holds? I believe we've only got, 25 more minutes?
Well, all our shit is in Ashen Holds, so our cart, our stuff, our...
Yeah, literally all your things are here.
Yeah, we're
My
picking those up.
Foxo.
We know.
Your Foxo. Yeah,
I'd like to
Kaede
spend
is
at least a
over
day
here.
here so I can get rid of this exhaustion before we
Yeah.
go.
So would I.
Sure.
If it's about 25 minutes, it's long enough to actually try the wish thing.
No,
that y'all been
no,
No,
it is
wanting.
it's not. We still have to get all the way over there.
It's gone from Anor Londo to a boarding house. Yeah, that's exactly
I
it.
mean, we could just make a quick... No, we probably shouldn't.
We
I'm
could,
willing
but we shouldn't.
I mean, you don't want. I mean, that's something that you don't want to like just like have as a footnote.
No, I
Well,
mean,
no, and here's the reality, though. To the point where even if you wish, then I would cliffhanger you anyway.
Yeah. But then you
Yeah,
have
no.
a session, or the between sessions to prepare.
See,
I mean, I'm already prepared. I already have the table.
What you do is like you get us to that point, we make the wish, we roll the table, but then you call it there and you have to tell this result next week.
That is exactly what you do.
But yeah, the table is good. It's got a whole lot of weighted results on it. Some of them are ideas as well put into place as well, including I have written down Ceridwen Isekai Rebirth, which is quite fun.
Excellent. I'm glad.
That is an option on there.
Ceridwen is
Did you get it?
reborn, but she is reborn in Iona.
Did she get a cheat skill that happens like after she levels up?
Hold on, I got some art recently. I'm just gonna repurpose that for a thing.
No, but then she's just gonna be fucking gimped.
Was it just like Ayla? She comes back as
No, leggy dragon. I got.
oh god, that would be so silly if that was her, but Isekai's.
Do it.
No, maybe.
And apparently we don't have a choice on what you do because it's on a table.
Well, yeah, no, I never said when she gets Isekai too, though, did I?
True.
Yeah.
Cool. So then I can do my continued research on the last secret of the orb.
Yeah, right now you are extra intelligent. You even saw Hagen, so I'll give you advantage. That does tend to inspire people. Like, everyone in the town is just...
One in a lifetime.
Yeah,
Experience.
like they are trying desperately to come back from oh god, how best to put it, like
You know, if the people clearly
shocked.
need guidance, Carrie will stay around in the town for a bit and try and talk to and comfort people.
No, the head priestess probably spends some time with you, but at the same time, it's just to make sure there's nothing that she missed. She is the one to provide guidance. At the same time, she will also explain that her faith, her role as the head priestess of the Church of All Faiths, is that her devotion is transient. She's trained in all the religions. In fact, do you want to ask her for advice? Because this is what she's here for, even though it's unusual.
Yes. Hagen's gone and I was his paladin. What do I do?
Well, you've seen all the gods in the flesh. I wouldn't be surprised if you too became one of transient faith. She'll gesture to her sash of emblems and markings, and you can see that she has even constructed a nice little, looks like a raven's feather trapped in amber so that it can't be broken, and it's attached by a chain to her sash of emblems. Our devotions shift, admittedly, as they do so. She'll gesture at herself. There tend to be changes.
Would it not be ultimately disrespectful to Hagen to abandon his faith the moment he himself vanishes? Is that not what the meaning of faith is? To believe in something even if it's not there?
Should we abandon our duties the moment our boss isn't watching over our shoulders?
Precisely. Should I
Well,
not
no. Well, here's the thing. I need divinity myself in order to bring good to the people, to bring them their comfort, to bring healing, to remove sickness. Hagen currently isn't able to do that, and he wouldn't want me to sit feeling sorry for myself when I could put my hands into that of another goddess and still continue to help those who need it. I'm sure in that sense Hagen wouldn't judge you either, although I can certainly understand the difficulty, the struggle.
There must be a way I can help other people without changing from whom I draw my power. Not to another god, at least.
She'll sigh. Hagen's followers, admittedly, don't have divinity now. It's unfortunately a quite empty domain, but she'll gesture at her sash. his emblem still rests here. It's not as though he will ever be forgotten. His oblations, his messages, his stories, they will all be read and told and taught to the next priestess that comes, and those forever after.
I see your point, but
If it doesn't feel right to you, then don't do it.
I think if I can continue to help people, to help the North, I should, but I wish not to use another divinity.
Please, we do not use divinity.
To lean upon another, then.
And she will nod at your correcting of the statement.
I will use the arcane, then.
You have an inkling for the arcane? Is that so?
I know someone who does. An ancient elf who can teach me its ways.
Well, I can hardly talk you out of such a decision, but please, don't make a martyr of yourself when you have already suffered, ultimately. A messenger and a herald, yes, you may have become, but you are still just a young woman. And she will place her hands on your head.
Oh. Ceri gives the puppy dog eyes like, I need a hug real bad.
Yeah. She will scruffle at your ears and pull you into a hug, into a enhanced tid.
Yes.
You're just a little girl, and you have already been made to suffer quite a lot. And do not hurt yourself just because it seems like the right thing to do, because it isn't. You're welcome to feel sad, but do not feel sorry.
Yeah, Ceri just is a giant baby, too. Like,
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, exactly. She knows that she's looking at an infant with the weight of the... But much like all, teens and all that kind of stuff, it's very easy to revel in making yourself feel quite miserable. And despite the fact that you've got a really good reason for it, it's not exactly the healthiest thing.
No. Poor Ceri.
Yep.
/scene. She just needs a hug.
Yes, she will give you a hug. And she will probably tell you stories of Hagen, because there's no way that you've been around long enough to have been taught everything there is to be taught out of his fucking book.
Yes, good. Give me all that religious learning that Ceri did not get enough of.
Exactly, like you did not get enough religious education, and she will...
Hagen just arbitrarily is like, Paladin, dink.
Yeah. The giant tooth totally could make a two-handed sword.
Sweet.
Because I've been trying for almost a year. There's no way I'm ever saving 2,500 gold up to make my current sword +2.
Yeah, it's I said it at the beginning, it's a ridiculously hard endeavor. But at the same time, I suppose like a replace. Yeah, you did give it the old college try.
So, and now one of my main problems was I didn't have any range, but now I can just fly to the people that are out of range.
Yeah, you do actually have a close, so you don't need like an opening attack. If anything, you ended up using it for chase the arrow anyway, instead of getting people you couldn't otherwise reach.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, getting a gigantic tooth crafted into a more powerful weapon is probably a good idea. It's not like you have to get rid of Sir Yeats a lot.
Yeah. Well, I'll be like Geralt. I'll have 2 swords. So
How does that silver feel?
I'll bring that up next session.
Yeah, sure. We can
We
go
got,
through
like-
crafting bits as well. Figure that
We
out.
got like 10 minutes now.
Yeah, I'm sorry that it took a while. But apparently
Sorry.
daylight savings time stole an entire extra hour from you guys.
Mm-hmm.
It sure did.
just shrug helplessly. I can't fight the sun, guys. We've just proven it. Actually, no, you guys can fight. What
Yeah,
the hell?
it's
Doing
true.
with why are you putting up with this daylight savings bullshit?
We just need to kill the sun god again. That's all there's to it.
Because people don't want anything to change, even if
They hate
the change would be better.
It's like
Yeah,
when
That's annoying.
it's like when we tried to switch over to the metric system and the boomers lost their mind.
Metric?
Did we ever try to switch over to metric?
Yes, we did.
We
In
actually
the-
are officially on the metric system. It's just nobody uses it.
Yeah, we did try to switch over in like the 70s and 80s, but that generation hated it so much, and now there's only one road sign left in the United States that has the metric system.
Wow.
I
So,
can't remember though. I
21?
think it did. Oh, yeah, 21 is excellent. That is more progress, but you do need to sit down for like a consolidated week to actually, put in the time necessary. But we can remember that 21 next time you have a week to sit down. That'll be our result if you want to record that somewhere.
Guys,
Okay.
after we do the wishing, can we just sit down for a week and like relax?
No. We
Yeah,
need
I
to be
know
like
this-
the 70 party. No respite, no
No.
respite.
No,
I mean, we just came off downtime into this, but Jesus Christ, we need a week. off.
you need it again. That's
Actually, Ceri
reasonable.
literally
Yeah,
does need a
absolutely.
week to retrain, so...
Yeah, you actually can't fight properly. You are a level
You're-
8 commoner until you have.
You are the strongest commoner in the world.
Yeah,
It's
You
true.
are-
You're a level 8 warlock class features and no spell slots. It's very strange.
But I can blast.
I can blast. I just started blasting.
Started Eldritch Blasting.
Have you taken Eldritch Blast user's charisma?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, blasting.
Well, I don't have the thing for damage yet, because I needed my
Aw.
smites.
Oh, of course, right, yeah. Man, that is a very accurate blast, though.
It is. Her blast is very reliable for doing 3 damage.
Wait. Invocation things, they don't count towards your stuff. Just get them for free as a warlock.
You only get a certain amount though, and he's using them on Pact of the Blade features.
Yeah,
Yeah, like the actual warlock smite
the
thing is an
the
invocation.
warlock smite. Yeah.
Yes, and extra attack is also a thing. Also
So-
took Bestow Curse, but really I guess I could change that out for Eldritch, but I don't
So-
want to.
To think about over the week, I want to use the strong necrotic blood, the giant intact tooth for the sword itself, and then the perfect hide for the binding for the two-handed hilt.
You want some?
Sounds good.
You want some squeaking for that too?
I mean, sure, yeah.
If you are constructing
you're
that,
probably-
by the way,
You're probably the one that's going to be doing this for her. You'll probably be the first one she asks.
you won't be able to do your
Glad.
Hagen special fun orb of learning though if you're crafting that week. Just a warning.
Asmund.
Sorry, yes,
Yes.
Asmund's favorite special fun orb. Okay, shall we go to experience, Medeas?
Yes.
No.
Moo. All right. Did you explore a new interesting location for the first time? I believe it was your first time in Fairytown.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's these characters.
This party's,
first
yes.
time turn.
Did you discover a new and interesting truth about the world?
We saw all the gods for the first time. And that,
You know
Fair.
what? No, I don't think we did.
And
Totally
and we also straight up confirmed that the Raven Queen has become an actual goddess now, and that wasn't just talk.
Yep. So yeah, to explain that, the Raven Queen is twins.
Yeah.
The Raven Queen here let the initial one leave with the divinity.
I am familiar with the concept of the Morrigan.
Yeah. And now, since the initial one has divinity, there's essentially a big backflow. And because Hagen has left a great big hole in the space, then the Raven Queen has grown to fill it.
So, will Hagen actually be able to come back and be a god? No problem.
Don't know. You have to find
We'll
out in
find
100
out.
years, I guess.
Find out in a century.
I mean, we won't because we're not going to be.
I mean, all of us are tieflings and a dragon. We'll be here.
You
Yeah,
will be here for it, and that's the kind of thing that I would say for either epilogues or future games, like
And on
a
top of
session,
that,
like say a campaign where Hagen wakes up.
And on top of that, Scow has said that she would entertain the notion of us being able to bring back our characters for like short shots or Halloween specials in the future because we love this parties.
Did you make a new ally or a lasting enemy?
The gods.
I'd assume at least one god is appreciative of our efforts.
Yeah. Well, no, here's the thing. I can't really play the gods do have to be fair, which means that if they are in a position where they can choose to help you or choose to help someone else, but both of you deserve it, they'll give it to neither of you. They're gods. That's just how that goes.
I propose the cleric lady.
High priestess? Yeah, that sounds fair.
We did stop her temple from being burned down and stop a disaster, and
Hey, that's all the 5th XP point, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, did you advance or complete a quest?
Yes.
yes.
I suppose,
Capstone
yeah.
in God Quest.
Yeah, there's God quest are done. No more scoring in God shit. Did you neutralize a direct threat to the local peace?
Yeah, we stopped this place from burning the fuck down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so, quite literally. So, enjoyed the full breadth of 5 experience.
Wahoo! I think that's the first time this
181.
campaign that's ever happened.
181?
It's not the first time. It's happened before.
Out of
Like once,
Correct.
but yes.
181 out of
181 out of
220.
220.
Okay, when Scout ends the stream, not everyone leave because this because we didn't get to this, then this is forced another commission.
Why?
Oh, right, the
The
party
backup one.
Yeah,
So-
yeah.
Alright, well, in the meantime, thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you in like an hour and a half for Merzenhammer, so stick around. See you soon. Have a good one.